Being told by your doctor that you're pre-diabetic means that your blood sugars are higher than normal, but not high enough to be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Whilst you don't have type 2 diabetes at the moment, you do need to act now if you want to try and avoid developing it. Losing weight can significantly reduce your risk. So what can you do to reverse your pre-diabetes? Essentially, you need to change how you eat, either to eat less or eat better, or maybe a combination of both. Losing 5% of your body weight can significantly reduce your risk, but this is obviously easier said than done. So I'm going to talk you through how you can do this. To start with, if you get a diagnosis that's worrying, like that you've developed pre-diabetes, you can find yourself rather alarmed and fearful, but being scared in that way isn't really what you need for long-term sustainable change. When health professionals paint a gloomy picture of how things will be if you don't change, it may freak you out, but it may also leave you feeling rather stuck or paralysed with what to do. It's not enough to feel scared of a bad outcome. In order to be able to reverse this condition, you need to connect with why it's so important by asking yourself what the real meaningful benefits of reversing your pre-diabetes are actually going to be. It's likely that it'll be something to do with living healthier and longer, but in some ways, even that's a little bit vague. The deeper question is, what will you actually do that you really value with that longer, healthier lifespan? Are there particular activities that you want to be able to keep doing or to be able to take up? Is it more about being able to spend time with particular people who are very special to you? Or is it more to do with feeling more confident in yourself in the years ahead? Connecting with the really meaningful benefits that you'll gain is a really powerful way of helping you keep on track when you're making changes. Changing how you eat is quite a challenge, so being able to connect with why you're doing it is massively helpful. You need to identify what's currently unhelpful in the way that you're eating. Are your portion sizes too large? Do you graze during the day? Is it cravings for particular foods, or maybe emotional eating that keeps you stuck? Look closely at your eating habits and see which one is going to make a difference to start with, and then start working on that one particular habit today. It's really worth addressing the main eating habits that are keeping you stuck. So if your issue is emotional eating, that is dealing with painful emotions with food, then address that. Don't put yourself through a restrictive diet that fails to help you with that emotional eating. That would be likely to mean a lot of hard work and deprivation without actually addressing the thing that is keeping you eating more than you need. And the same applies to the other eating issues, whether that's cravings, grazing, overly large portions, whatever it is. The focus of weight loss over the last few decades has tended to be on calories, on macronutrients. In other words, it's focused on nutrition, and nutrition absolutely matters. But when you know what you should be eating, but you still can't lose weight, it's understanding the psychology of that overeating that can help. But, and this is an important but, if you're living with obesity and you develop pre-diabetes, it's important to check with your healthcare provider whether other forms of approach would be more helpful to you right now. Okay, here's an example of somebody that I worked with who was told that she was pre-diabetic. She was told by her GP that she needed to lose 10% of her body weight in order to reverse her pre-diabetes. Her GP looked at her overall diet and actually agreed that what she was eating was, on balance, very healthy. She cooked from scratch most evenings, and fruit and vegetables made up a significant part of her overall diet. So she was alarmed to be told that she had pre-diabetes, and she was really stuck to be told that she had to lose 10% of her body weight, but that her diet was good. She didn't really know where to turn. Claire asked me for help. When we looked more closely at her eating habits, we could see that there were particular things that were driving overeating at certain times of day. She tackled those particular habits one at a time and addressed obstacles like emotional eating along the way. As a result, she successfully reversed her pre-diabetes and lost over 2 stone in the process. As somebody who spent her entire adult life dieting, she was absolutely thrilled to be able to lose weight whilst enjoying food. If you are worried about your own health and want to change how you eat, click the link in the description below to apply for a free eating pattern analysis with me, where we look at your specific eating habits and make a plan tailored to you. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the next video, you can hear Claire's story in her own words about how she reversed her pre-diabetes, lost over 2 stone and still eats cake.